Good morning, everyone. So welcome to week 14, day 2. We're almost there in our phase of this journey where we are very tempted to feel like, hey, we are here. We've done so many things now. We are able to connect to higher self, ask questions, get the answers, and feel a little tempted, like trying to go fast or see, hey, you know what? Do I need all these steps? Can I take some shortcuts? Those temptations are there. So this week, we are being reminded to not take shortcuts and always make safety as a priority. And again, re-emphasizing what we already thought. So the main theme of this week is manifesting perfect health. And most of us need. We do not understand the gravity in which why something is happening. And most of the time we tend to talk about how the genes have had an effect on health, how stress has had an effect on our health. So this is a perfect week where we are taught what exactly the causes are and how to overcome it. And again, for us to learn how to create this or relearn how to create formulas and when we can repeat and when not to repeat. Okay, so please pay attention. So let's get into the teachings. The first thing that Babaji tells us during the quiet periods each day to remember that it is your own self, your higher self with whom you are communicating, not someone external. Okay? And during this process, when we are communicating with our own higher self, we also need to be aware that there are many forms of life beyond your senses. And some are quite aware and feeding you with guidance. But also, there are other busybodies that are craving your attention. Okay? And like most of the information that we receive, even as we browse the internet or anything, social media, some information that we receive are useful, are some of them not. Okay. Similarly, here, what Babaji is saying is, as these other forms are there, that some of them may be feeding you with information that are useful, while others will not be useful. And that's the place where you will have to be able to differentiate. Most of them who are trying to connect and give you the information may not necessarily have a negative intention to mislead or be mischievous. It's just that they are not aware that they are not being helpful. Similarly to how we receive all these messages and we tend to be helpful and we try to forward, right? We read those messages, we think, oh, this is great. Let me help others. Let me forward that message. We are only forwarding based on what we think we know. And in our mind, we receive this information. If we have received this information, it is correct. We don't try to validate if it is correct or not. We simply forward it to others. And then they themselves, without fact checking or really thinking, they may forward it. So similarly, there may be other beings who think, or at least based on their awareness, they're thinking they're helping you. And that is why it is extremely important that you are always connected to your higher self and get confirmation. And you must always follow the procedures exactly for your quiet period, what has been given. That is always unify with God. Always. Then clear your aura of any unwanted influences. Always close your aura to all except higher self. Always have your higher self signal. And these are the safeguards that are extremely essential. No shortcuts, please. No. It is tempting, but Babaji is emphasizing no, because we do not know when we are going to slip. Okay. Another thing, do not add to this course. Don't anticipate and don't feel that you are ready for any more specific creating formulas. We are still learning, so safety comes first. Again, we are emphasizing. Take time, okay? Each week, we are learning something new. So unless we go to the entire section where you're specifically asked, okay, go ahead, use anything for anything. Let's go step by step. Okay. As we are learning now, you're now grasping the reality of your oneness and everyone and everything, right? We're connecting to a higher self, we're sending love. And in this process, we are learning of oneness. And we are learning that we are creators and how we are constantly creating. You're creating your experiences how? With your thoughts. And you also appreciate the difference in the quality of your experiences, the quality of life when your thoughts are in tune with and same as God's thoughts. When you experience pain, right? You know your thoughts need correction. Every day, each day we are learning. We are learning to observe, we are learning to see. So now, when we are at a stage where we do experience pain, we know that we need to correct something, correct our thoughts. Because there can be no pain with God's thought. Okay? Only His qualities are manifested with His thoughts. So pain is your very own manifestation. Similarly, our health, and that's why this week we're going to be shown that poor health is an illusion. You cannot ever change what you really are, what you're created as. You can only change your experience. And how can you change your experience? Based on your thoughts, your individual thought. You can bring on your any kind of experience you think, but you can't alter the fact you're created perfect, still are perfect, and always will be perfect. And the connection of your thoughts to your health is not very obvious. The type of thoughts that deny your perfect health are usually not so obvious. And that's where we have to be careful. We have to observe ourselves more. We have to be able to make it obvious, make it like realize. So when we are in our present, we will be able to differentiate and make it obvious for us as to why is it creating ill thoughts. And the most important thing is like and very common thought that produces ill health is grudge. We harbor this grudge, right? Sometimes we think that someone hurt, there may be some miscommunication, something, or we don't try to understand every point of view. I think earlier in one of the weeks, someone was talking about something, and we said how we've got to see. Yeah, someone had said that they saw one eyes, and I had shared as to how we can. The message that I had received is to be able to see from both eyes, or open both eyes, or see from different perspective. So if we practice that, maybe those misunderstandings will go away. And at that time, we can realize that the other person is not hurting you. And we have been learning from day one that it's not that someone else is hurting us. There is nothing to forgive. It is all manifestation of our own thoughts, right? So next time you have that anger and you have that grudge against someone, recognize that this grudge is just not thought of somewhere, something sitting somewhere. It slowly and steadily seeps into our core, the physical, the subtle, just like the deep rooted weeds, right? If we just clip those weeds on the top, they don't go away. The roots are still there. They go deeper and deeper and spreads wider. And with that, the weeds grow. And we don't realize how that grudge is seeping into our system and then affecting some of the sicknesses that we get, long lasting. And we try to think as to why these medicines don't work. And that's when we've got to start recognizing as to what the cause is. We've got to try to find out. And at least starting from now, anytime we feel that someone is hurting and we want to have that grudge, let's keep in mind that that can cause illnesses. And the other biggest fear factor is fear. Okay, so both grudge and fear. What happens? What what do they do? They cut off love, and love is our life force. When we hold grudge, you intentionally stop this love. This unfounded fear denies the life force of love. Anytime we think of fear and we hold grudge, let's remember what it is doing to us. We are stopping the life force into us, or the prana that we call it. The life force of love always recognizes your perfection. When it is flowing, you can only experience that perfection, regardless of your experience of pain. When the life force of love comes into your life, perfection must return. And we have created a list of thoughts, right, that are odds with those of God. Any of these could produce illness. Any of them can deny love by denying your true nature. So, weeks ago, that we have created, asked our higher selves for inputs on some of those thoughts. We have that as a baseline. We know that it is not a complete, exhaustive list, but that's where we can start expanding. Okay. So, as part of this, what are we doing this week? Right? We create. We start with the creating formula for perfect health, and use the quiet period to expand on those lists, on the list as we created as a baseline. Okay. And always use your yes and no signal to verify your communication with your higher self. Use them to check your formula, check your inhibiting thoughts. Just like last week, what we did, right? Just get familiar with all our formula for perfect health. And say it each day with love and confidence. When this formula is said, you have already set in motion whatever it takes to have perfect health. So the next time you say the formula, know that the process has already started. So the first time you said, again, it's set in motion. So the next time when you say it, know that the process has already started. Perfect health is already manifested at a subtler level. The physical expression must now follow, and it will happen. So never, this is very, very important. Please pay attention to what that subtle difference is. Never repeat the formula because you think nothing has happened. So you'd better do it another one. Okay? Rather repeat the formula to add push to what has already been started. Okay? Think of it like you're taking a train and a toy and trying to push it. Okay. So when you've initiated the formula, you've already started. You've started the engine, and it's about to kickstart moving, right? All that you have to do is push it a little bit more fuel and let it move. Remove the gear that is already moving. But if you try to restart it, take it back, thinking that, oh, I've not started, then that's not good. You have to know that the engine is already started. All that you're doing is taking from the list and enhancing it. Okay? So for those who've already started yesterday, right? So today, what we do is pick out some health problem you experience. Use your quiet period to find out from your higher self what thoughts need correction. Then write out a creating formula. Say this formula this week along with the formula of perfect health. So yesterday you have created a formula for perfect health. So today what you're doing is creating a form, making sure identifying those thoughts that need correction and creating a formula. And starting now, however, you need not repeat the whole formula if this one immediately follows the perfect health. Okay. So just repeat only those sections that are different, that is claim and accept, thoughts with thanks, and then amen. We have been talking about the other practices that we normally do and we have been asked to do. So do not skip that. Send love to everyone and anything that occurs to you. Close your aura to all except your higher self. Whenever you get into crowds or any negativity, continue to clear the aura and go to sleep with the thoughts of unification one night, and the alternative day, thoughts of love and forgiveness the next night before you go to sleep. Okay, so with this, let's go into meditation. Close your eyes, everyone, if you have not already. If the music is too loud, please let me know. Get into the space of stillness. Take a deep breath, slowly filling your entire body. Expand every muscle in your being. And gently release.
Shop Kohl's and make the most of sunny days with stylish.
Sorry about that. bring in the God quality and unify. Do it at your own pace. Make sure you're centering in your heart as you unify with God. Clear your aura. Please say with conviction, to all uninvited influences in my aura, I send love and light.
You'll notice sometimes if you see me on stage,
You are whole and healed. You have no pain now, and you're not afraid. You each have a perfect place to be. And I ask my higher self to take each of you there. Please live in peace. And also send love to all thought forms around you. Close your aura to all except your higher self. Pick any one health problem that you may have. And ask for the thoughts that need correction. Now generate the creating formula for this. Claim and accept your perfect health. a reminder that when you're asking, you're claiming and accepting your perfect health. Those who have already asked yesterday know that it has already started in your subtle energy body. So all that you're doing today is adding to it, knowing that the healing has already begun. Ask for thoughts that are inhibiting your perfect health. When in doubt, ask your yes and no question to confirm the message that you have received. I heal and release thoughts that I am bound to a body. I heal and release thoughts that I'm insignificant, unworthy of God's gifts. I release and heal thoughts that I am sick. I know that I am everywhere present, free, beautiful, perfect, and worthy of all my Father has for me. I now also release and heal all thoughts I have that interfere with my self-acceptance. and about my ill health, known or unknown, conscious or unconscious. My thoughts are now one with the same as and in tune with God's thoughts. I recognize that no one can hurt me without my invitation, knowing that I forgive everyone who has seemingly ever hurt or trespassed against me. I now realize that there is in truth nothing to forgive. My heart is in a state of forgiveness, a state of forgiving love. If there is anything that has come up as part of your ill health, please say so. I thank God for my good health. I release this claim of good health to God and the natural laws of creation. My claim is now created. That is the nature of natural law. Amen. Center your heart with gratitude. Send love to every part of your body, every cell, bloodstream, DNA, to all the layers of your body, various five bodies, to your vibration, to your channel, everything around you. To everyone and everything in your home, and see it expand to your entire neighborhood, the city, the state, country, the entire earth, and send it to the entire universe and beyond. And see this love also being sent to you, and accept it and know you are worthy of this love. Please accept knowing your worthiness. For those who are ready to come back, please prepare yourself to come back to your body. And the ones who wish to continue, please do so. Bring your attention to your body. Gently wriggle your fingers, toes. Feel the breath in your body and use it to fully come out. Gently rub your hands together and place them on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time and slowly open your eyes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining, sharing your energy, being here to support each other and helping us in our path. If anyone has any questions, please let us know. Or if you want to share your experience. So just to repeat about the formula, all that it is consistently, what we are doing is we have the 7 step, right? So one is to unify with God, like God and I. So you're unifying with God, and then you're claiming and accepting, right? What do you claim in this week? We are claiming for good health. And then you immediately accept. Once you claim, you accept it. Then you ask for ask for the thoughts that are stopping you from getting the health. Then forgiveness. Forgiveness, knowing that others have not harmed you and that you have created yourself, and then you thank for the good health, and then release it. So those are the 7 steps. Please read the book, and every word will help you understand if it's still not clear.
Thank you, Master. It is very clear now. Thank you.
Mudra, I cannot remember if there are a lot of mudras to accept, but I cannot remember at all. So let me check, and hopefully I'll be able to share.
Thank you, madam.
Well, I'm still not finalized on the name, but there are 2 words that I'm adding, but it is you may not understand that, but it's in my native language, which I got it as when I was asking. It says appenakai. Appe in my language is for mother. Kai, most South Indian languages, it is hand. So it has multiple names, meanings. Literally, you can say it as mother's hand, but it also represents that it's mother's blessings or divine blessings. But I'm still working on the final name of the book. So I'll let you know when I have it finalized. So, but it will be in the lines of that the Divine Mother Adiparashakti, his energies are there in this in these mudras. So it's not Kannada, it is Tulu. I am from Karnataka, but we speak Tulu. Yeah. So
Yeah, just waiting for the Mudras book, madam.
thank you. It's just to give you, because you've asked, I was thinking of writing, making it one book, but now I'll divide it into 41 mudras each. And the first round of review, lucky I was able to get some feedback and corrections, because I cannot just give it to, I gave it to a few people, but no one is able to correct. Maybe it is not meant to be. But one girl, she was able to, I think that was a perfect, because she was born and raised here. So she wouldn't understand things. So even if I gave it to people, they wouldn't be able to give me such type of feedback. Even if proper, like if you editors, they may not think in terms of, okay, do I know it? Do I not? But yes, in the first version will be in English. If possible, we'll translate it to other languages. But knowing that this book will be useful for worldwide, especially those who will be in meditation or yoga practices. And that's why it is important to ensure that no assumptions are made in terms of terminologies that are used. Someone not knowing English, not having the Indian background, they are able to understand. So it was important for me to make sure that it'll be easy for people to understand. To the last question, the book is still being written and I'm writing it. So when I have the book on mudras that I'm writing, I will share you. And if anyone has a recommendation for the name of the mudra, please send me a private message so that I can have it. I'm sure it will be given at the time, revealed at the time that it is meant to be. It's always like, sometimes if I go, just like how today's teachings, right? It is not to take shortcuts, and when we need to ask at that time. So the same thing I have experienced throughout the writing of this mudra. I wanted it to be in a perfect way, like just like how it has to be, like a structured and all these charts and all these pictures. And I was constantly reminded, the scope, limit the scope, limit the scope. And no matter how much I tried, I was not able to. Otherwise, I'm like, I have this perfect picture that, okay, it has to be a chart. It has to tell which exactly chakra it is affecting, which body. So all these all these tattvas, everything, all the Panchabhutas, I had that perfect picture. And I'm like, I was constantly reminded not to go that way. And so I'm sure the name of the book also will be revealed in its full form soon. Oh, sorry, I did not ask to read any book. Someone was asking in the chat who knew that I am writing a book on mudras. I hope I've clarified. Anyone else? All right. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And I know with the weather getting better, it's tempting to travel and all. And most of you, I know that even if you're traveling, you still join. So thank you for that. Or thank you for the recommendation. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you.